All right, let's see. Where do I begin? My name is Robert, and I've been HIV positive for, 28 years. And it's just amazing to be alive today. And it's been a long, strange journey. But let me begin with the dark days. When I first found out I was positive, I was in a study and I was negative, was with a partner at the time, was stupid, had a few unsafe encounters, and I went from negative to positive, and then we tested him and he was positive. And that's when it all started in 1986. And so we went on a Thelma and Louise road trip cross country from Boston to Seattle. Neither of us had ever lived in Seattle. So we drove, not having a job, a place to live or anything, to Seattle. And we got there. We looked around, stayed in a hotel one night. We found a place to live. And I lived in Seattle for 3 years. And my partner died. And then I was involved a lot in the Seattle Treatment Exchange Project, which was kind of like Project Inform. I found that I needed to be really engaged in my medical care, be on top of things, and I decided to move to San Francisco in 1990 because of medical treatment, and I had friends down here. And when I got here, I was so amazed at how the city really took care of its people, and we took care of each other. Many of my friends were sick and dying. My roommate, within the first 3 months, he started to go downhill and went blind, and ended up in a hospice, and he died. And a lot of friends died, but the main thing that was really helpful was the community that was here, that I felt really supported. I eventually came out to my family about being positive and gay, and their support was amazing. So then I went on disability. I'd been working in the hotel industry, and that was really a tough transition. I kept very engaged in Project Inform and other volunteer stuff while I was out of work on disability, and I started to get sicker and sicker, and I was wasting, and I had all these infections, and started to get worse and worse. And then in 1999, I was in a support group with 7 people, and 5 out of the 7 died, and I was one of the 2 left in the group, and it was really hard. And then protease inhibitors came along, and boom, I went on those, and I started to gain weight, and physically I started to recover, but the side effects were horrible, and the early ones, ritonavir and Crixivan, and I used to throw up all over the place just spontaneously. And I've been in so many studies of medications that kept me alive along the way. I've had spinal taps, I've had all kinds of medical procedures, because I think that's really what kept me alive. Was all through the late 80s and 90s, I was in every study possible, every medication, Viramune, Crixivan, ritonavir, was in every study. Anyway, so I started getting better, and then I decided this is about 8 years. I'd gone back to school, and I eventually decided to go back to work, and that was a huge leap with the nightmare of disability benefits and trying to bridge that gap, because once you jump off it, it's like a rug is pulled out of you. And I had to really, if I got sick after that, I was screwed. This was pre-Obamacare. So I went back to work, and I was working at a community mental health agency and substance abuse treatment with gay men. And I loved that work. But then I bumped into a friend of mine who was working in a high school, in a program working with high school kids, coordinating these sort of little health centers within high schools. And it was exactly what I wanted to do, working with youth and bringing mental health to the school. And we also have a nurse, and we have another therapist and a community health outreach worker. And I love my work. It's never boring, and I feel like I can use my experience, all the challenges that I've been through, to work with kids who've been through, God, some of these kids have been through way beyond the challenges that I've experienced. But I really feel like the work I do is impactful, and I love working with the kids. I love seeing them grow from 9th grade to 12th grade. They're just amazing to see them maturing and all that, but helping them through crises, and also talking to young gay boys about safe sex and being careful and all the things that I wish I had when I was in high school, which were not around. But I love that kind of work, and I feel like I'm in a good place right now. Been married for 4 years, and relationship with my husband for 8 years, and we love him very much, and I can't believe that I'm still here. It's amazing. You never know where life's going to take you. You never know what's going to happen to you. I remember when I first tested positive, just never thinking I'd make it to 1990, never thinking I'd make it to 95, never thinking I'd make it to 2000. Here it is, 2014, and I'm here, and I'm very grateful. And what I'm most grateful for is the community that has supported me, this city, all the services and support that the city provides, and also the love and support of my husband and my friends and my family. That's my story. Thank you.